Hey guys, it's Marisol with Soul Stitchery. We talked a little bit in my recent Christmas tree table runner tutorial about this guy right here, the folded corner clipper by Creative Grids Rulers. So I'm gonna quick flip the camera around and I'm gonna just show you how to use it. It's a great tool, I love it. I'm a big gadget girl, so if there's something that's gonna make my life easier, I'm gonna use it. So stay tuned, let's flip the camera around. I'll show you how to use this little guy right here and save yourself some trouble. Okay, so this is the folded corner clipper, and what it does is it makes it easy for you to make a mitered corner. So I don't know about you guys, but I always save binding, excess binding. I save it from every single quilt I've ever made. I just have a big bag full of binding pieces. So I want to use this binding to bind the one of the nebula pieces that I made with Journey to Nebula. And so what I'm going to do, and the way the corner clipper works, is that you stack your fabric that you're going to put together. So whether this is a border or a binding, you're going to cut your strips, or have your strips right sides facing up. So not right sides together like we always do, but right sides, both right sides facing up. Now this is the regular folded corner clipper, but Creative Grids does have one of these in XL, which goes up to 10 inches. This one goes up to 5. And why this matters is because you're going to line up your ruler with the particular width of the strip. So these are 2.5 inch wide strips of fabric. I'm going to take my corner clipper and I am going to line the end of the strip up with the 2.5 inch line. So I want to make sure that my line going this way is straight and my line going this way is right along the edge of the fabric. Once you're lined up, all you have to do is carefully cut along the diagonal edge of the ruler. And what you'll see is that you have two pieces that where the angle is cut in the same direction. When I flip this over and attach it to the top and sew a 1/4 inch seam from the edge, I will have a perfectly biased, a perfectly mitered strip for binding. I'm going to show you that one more time. I'm going to use a different example, a different type of fabric. So here I have 2.5 inch strips again. One of these was a binding that I put on a quilt, and I think this was also binding. So these both are 2.5 inches. So I'm going to line them both up, face up. And that's the tricky part. I have made the mistake of cutting them incorrectly by putting them right sides together. So that's the tip to remember, is put them both right sides facing up. Then you're going to line the ruler up with the measurement that is equal to the width of the strip that you're cutting. And then you're just going to swipe that corner off. And when you prepare to sew together, you're going to flip that top strip upside down, line these two up like this, and then just throw your 1/4 inch seam there. And I will sew these really quick and show you exactly what it looks like. So I went ahead and sewed those 1/4 inch seam from the edge where we had trimmed them. And look at this. Press that open and you have a nice, perfect miter every time. I mean, it's a great tool. So that's the folded corner clipper by Creative Grids Rulers. We do carry these in the store. We also carry the extra large that goes up to 10 inches. These are just, I mean, when you find a little gadget like this that kind of saves you time and energy and effort, it just is great. Like without this, I never really get that line straight, and then, you know, I either have too much left, you know, edge on one side, or they're not even when I sew them together. This just makes it like picture perfect every time. I don't have to sweat it, and it's one less thing I have to worry about when I'm putting my binding together. I do a lot of PC binding, so this is really helpful for me. I also do love to throw borders on my quilts, so again, I've had this one for a while myself, but I just got the XL for myself just because I do like to do some 6.5 inch borders sometimes, not often, but it's super, super helpful. So hope you enjoyed that. Again, that's the folded corner clipper ruler from Creative Grids Rulers. So sign up for our newsletter. You'll get 15% off your first order. And that is a great, great stocking stuffer if you're not a quilter and you're looking to buy something for someone who's a quilter, or if you already have one and you have a quilty friend who doesn't, great, great stocking stuffer. So hope you enjoyed the little tip, and hope you get some good use out of your folded corner clipper if you do decide to order one. Any questions or comments, just stick them in the comments and I'll be happy to respond. Thanks guys, have a great holiday, have a happy Thanksgiving, and thank you again for your support.